SMT Nation, we back. Two stories to look at here today. Both will be linked in the description. One is on Big Cable, the other news from T-Mobile. Let's go ahead and dive in and see what they're all about. I'm going to go ahead and put chapters as well for those of you that like to jump around, skip back, and look at the details, specifically certain parts of each of the stories. Moffett-Nathanson, for those of you that know, these are Wall Street money analysis organizations like Moffett-Nathanson. They take a look at uh, cable operators. They look at telco in general, mobile network operators, and then, as they do their analysis, and they also provide these stories and insights and explanations and interviews with with media outlets like Fierce and Lightshed Reading and Light Reading and all that, and they just talk about the value of stocks and companies and stuff like that. So they're saying that things aren't so bad for cable, and cable broadband has been getting beat up pretty good in the market. And it's interesting there because they are quite the profitable business. All right, so let's see what this is about here. Moffett-Nathanson has put out some pretty negative reports on the future of cable's linear video business. No surprise there, folks. Cable TV has been losing share for a long time. People are obviously streaming more now than ever, and there's a ton of streaming options. So, two in one there, all types of changes are happening as people continue to kind of move away. Now, when looking at the stocks for Charter, Comcast, Altice, and Cable One, these are the big cable operators. Charter stock down 52%, Comcast down 41%, Altice down 66%, Cable One down 53%. Those are precipitous drops that are massive, right? I can tell you right now, I was looking at, I think was it Charter? I think was down to like $29 recently. I mean, we're talking about huge dips in the market. All right, but Moffat's saying this could be changing soon at some point. All right, now here's kind of what they're discussing. They mentioned new competition from fiber builders or what's referred to as fiber overbuilders. Basically, what's been going on is the government has been throwing money and funding at these companies to build fiber, all right, to install, to get fiber to premise, fiber to homes, fiber to business, and it's been funded with these dollars through government programs. And at some point, that money's going to dry up, right? So then, what's going to happen at that point? Cable operators would be at the advantage, right? Because they would start to take their share as the other companies would stop their growing because they're only growing because they're putting fiber in places they didn't have it before. It says here, based on analysis, cable operators could lose 50% of their subscribers in 20% of their footprint. Okay, so that seems high. 50% of subscribers, that would send the stock crashing down, right? But it's only in 20% of the footprint. So 1/5 of where they are. So in the remaining, you know, 4/5, they might only be losing a small percentage of subscribers. So it says here, but the remaining 80% of the incumbent cable operator's footprint is either already fiber overlapped or is DSL only. In these areas, cable can expect to grow its subscriber base similar to all the overbuilders. So this is how things are kind of layered. You've got one part that's negatively impacted by the overbuilders, but the rest of it is gains, which basically to me seems like a I don't know. Would you guys think it's kind of like a wash maybe? It says here on the negative side, fixed wireless access programs will take approximately 3.5% of cable subs over the next 0.5 years. To me, this is a conservative estimate. I could see this number reaching 4 or 5% tops, but I'd say that's going to be pretty accurate. Okay, so big cable has like, what are we talking about here? 175, maybe 200 million of the customers in the country served, right? So you're talking about potentially somewhere in the area of maybe 6, 7, maybe 8 million subscribers added in fixed wireless access after this year. I'd say that's a pretty conservative number. We could expect to be a little bit higher. I think at their peak, I think T-Mobile ends up with about 9 or 10 million subscribers on their fixed wireless access. And I think Verizon ends up with somewhere around 4 or 5 million. I think those are fair valuations and could be upwards of 6 million, right? Depends on how aggressive they build. All right, so it says here in total, based on the admittedly simplistic framework, one could expect something like 0 to 1% growth. There's some growth there, but there's no loss. So maybe the fact that cable's getting beat up in the marketplace, pretty nasty actually, they could be value buys. They're definitely not value traps because I mean they're growing in wireless too. And when big cable adds wireless subscribers, they guarantee the sticky customer is going to be paying their cable bill where they make money because they don't make a lot of money on wireless. They do make a lot of money on the home internet option. Okay, so 6% of revenues now growing at a 40% CAGR according to Moffett. That puts Charter's total revenue growth rate at above 2%. Represents about 50% of revenues, 3.5-ish broadband ARPU growth, 2% total growth, putting their total revenue growth at 4%. You can't find a wireless ISP that is going to predictably and consistently grow revenue at 4%. Verizon is struggling to do that, and they are quite the mature wireless ISP. Okay. All right, so we got projections that are positive here, folks. And in my opinion, the reason why this is probably likely the story, and I think this is accurate, is because the stock has been absolutely decimated. It's been crushed. So there's value there. And people aren't going anywhere. They're going to stick with cable so long as the pricing is fair, the performance is fair, and they're getting what they want. And in some places, there are no options. Fixed wireless hasn't gone there yet. T-Mobile, Verizon, other competitive fiber options have not gotten there. There's profit there. They're getting money hand over fist. And now they've added wireless, sticky customers, adding revenue stream. They're going to be building out small cell, wireless networking. They're doing stuff for macros. They've got licenses for Spectrum. There is a lot of upside for cable. As much as I hate to admit it, you guys know I hate cable. There is upside there for sure. Comment down below on these things on this story. All right, transitioning over to the T-Mobile news. T-Mobile will use Google Cloud for customer care. Okay, so let's go ahead and link this as well for you in the description. T-Mobile in a collaboration or partnership with Google Cloud to use Google's data analytics, artificial intelligence, and machine learning to deliver personalized consumer care. The Google Cloud will better analyze and understand customer needs and improve customer experience across different touch points. Specifically, it is Google Cloud's BigQuery and BigQuery ML to predict usage trends, identify and respond to consumer opinions. Okay, so a bunch of AI, artificial intelligence, machine learning, speed up the company's customer care, resolve customer service problems faster. I do remember them having a partnership already, I think with Microsoft or AWS. Okay, it is AWS. I remember this. I think AT&T uses Microsoft for theirs. I know that Verizon has a partnership with AWS and Microsoft for some things. Every single company, wireless ISPs, has at least one, if not multiple, of these hyper scaling AI or, application based cloud services to help them improve their operations. The collaboration with this deal replaces the AWS partnership, possibly. No indication of that. But it says here every carrier works with multiple cloud providers. I was going to say, I remember covering these things previously. The Google Cloud collaboration used for enterprise customers or consumers, we're not sure. AI-driven customer care. This is pretty much it. So they are definitely in bed with the hyperscalers, these wireless ISPs. Verizon, here it is, Verizon with AWS, Google Cloud, and Microsoft, AT&T, shifting its 5G mobile core to Microsoft, and Dish in the midst of building a cloud-native 5G network will host its 5G core and RAN on AWS. See, there you go. And I know that's happening right now behind closed doors, or behind the wraps. So, what do you guys think of this? This is going to hopefully help their customer care become more efficient, better serve their customers. I don't know. T-Mobile's customer care has been dipping lately. Maybe this is a welcome sight. What do you guys think of this story? Comment down below, as well as the previous one on cable. Do you agree with these stories, like the cable one? Do you like this move for T-Mobile? Comment down below. You are the voice of the people, the SMT Nation. Let your voice be heard. Like, share, subscribe for more. Turn on the bell notification icon to never miss an upload. Links in the description for my Twitter, Gmail address for business inquiries, my Patreon page for extra content, as well as that you can now hit the join button and become a member of the SMT YouTube channel. Get exclusive access perks, other videos, live streams not found anywhere else. Thanks for watching. See you on the next one. Peace.